You're listening to the official Minnesota Wild podcast, presented by Acrisure.
Any changes in the lineup since the last time we saw you guys?
Yeah, Brodin will be out tonight, and Chisholm will go in. Everything else should be the same.
Okay. Looking at Dallas, this is one of your rivals. You know them well. What must you do to have success tonight?
I think first and foremost is, they're a good rush team, and they push on possession like coming out of their own end. They like to stretch the ice. So I think understanding how we need to play in those situations and being on top of that is going to be really important. I think our ability to manage the puck, and come up the ice through the neutral zone, playing north where you're not letting them get into a lot of transitions. Like, they're very good from transitioning from defensive zone to offense, and then from neutral zone counters, they're a quick attack team in that area. So we got to be diligent in those two.
With your penalty kill, you mentioned a while back maybe mixing in some skill guys. Slowly but surely you've been able to do that, John, and it feels like there's been a change in the way you've attacked teams, literally attacked down a man. What has worked?
Yeah, I think that I think we're getting very good goaltending on the penalty kill. Number one. The second thing is I think the guys, the attention to detail is really strong, and then we've added some players onto the kill, as you said, that I think have good instincts. They have good sticks, they can kill plays, but also not only kill plays. I think when there's opportunities like for clears or even an opportunity possibly to go on offense, they have the poise and the recognition to be able to do it at a high level.
With Brodin, was it re-aggravation? I know he came back from an injury there. Was it kind of...
It wasn't re-aggravation. It's just day-to-day. He's been off for so long, and, I think it was an opportunity for him to get into a game and play, and then we're getting on a plane, less than 24 hours later, going into a back-to-back. So, I think with Broads, I would have him, classify him as day-to-day every day as he's coming back from this transition from having a long time off.
So you could play, like tomorrow, you could pick one of the two back-to-back games for him to play, I guess.
Yeah. Like I said, honestly, it's day to day. We'll see how he feels today, see what it is tomorrow. Maybe he plays tomorrow. Maybe he plays Thursday. It's just going to be, we're trying to be really cognizant of a player being off for a long time with the type of injury that he had, making sure that, we're putting him in situations where he can come back and play at a high level, but also not throwing him right into a situation where it could get, re-aggravated or something like that. Now it's just more maintenance of the player and the schedule of making sure that he's going to be able to continue to play.
With Bogo and Merrill kind of being locked into that third set, we've talked recently about the rink getting a little smaller this time of year. How nice has it been to see the way they've reacted here for about a month of playing just solid hockey?
It's been great. We need those guys. They play important minutes for us. Obviously, with the injuries that we've had on D, they both stepped up pretty well as Chisholm. But as far as Johnny and Bogo, I think that the style of game that they play, they're defending really well. They're hard to play against. They limit their mistakes, from a defensive aspect. And I think when they're having opportunities to move the puck and play quick and join the rush and all the things that you want your defensemen to do, I think they're recognizing the situations where they can do that and they're executing.
It seems like Chisholm is pretty versatile in terms of you have a second pair, you have him scratch. He doesn't have to bounce the line down, up and up. You like Merrill and you like Bogosian, so you don't have to move things around too much from D pair. It seems like he's the guy who could fit with a lot of different stuff.
Yeah, and Chizzy's versatility has been good. He's a guy, he can play 5-on-5 if we feel like we need him or want to make an adjustment in the power play. We know he has that ability to his game. He's played well with Spurgey, so it's nice too. As I said, I think with the amount of injuries and guys in and out of the lineup that Chisholm's really done a good job of being versatile and being able to play with different guys, but also be able to play in different situations if called upon.
I talked about Merrill the other day and how good his gear has been. What kind of aspect of his game have you liked the most in terms of things he's made strides in, especially this year from when he wasn't playing regularly?
I'd say first and foremost with Johnny, I think his defensive play, his defensive awareness, his ability to close and end plays and be strong at the net front, he's on time. Last year, even sometimes he got in a lot of penalty trouble. This year, he very rarely takes penalties, and he plays hard from a defensive standpoint. I think that's the foundation of his game. The second thing is I do think that we've pushed him to be able to move the puck quicker and make good decisions, and then be able to join the rush and play a little bit of a faster game, and he's doing that. He's a willing skater this year from a defensive standpoint, but also when you're part of it is a two-way game, is that when he has opportunities to play quick from an offensive perspective, he's doing it.
Brodeen's injury? Is it more like managing the rest of the way, where he'll have to kind of play through some things, or is it something you can't just wait till he's fully 100% healthy and then kind of like him return to lineup for good, I guess, right? It's one of those things he'll probably have to manage for a while.
Yeah, well, I would say right now, yes, we want to manage it and manage him. With where it is, it doesn't mean that he won't be 100% healthy, but usually when a player comes back after the amount of time that he's had off, and sometimes it all depends on the type of injury with a player. With him, it's really in the near future. Is let's make sure that he worked his way back. He played a game. This probably isn't the most ideal situation for a guy to come in at 3-4 with travel in less than 24 hours. So we'll see where he's at over the next few days, and that will depend on which game or games he plays. All right, thank you.
For an extraordinary advantage in sports, you need a game plan. For an extraordinary advantage everywhere else, all you need is Acrisure. With a high-tech human approach to insurance, cybersecurity, and more, Acrisure helps you take care of what you care about. That makes winning easy. See what Acrisure's extraordinary advantage can do for you at Acrisure.com.